Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Natural Born Killers. And this movie came out in 1994, and it stars Woody Harrelson and Robert Downey Jr. and a whole bunch of others. And I thought this movie was decent. It was a fun satire that I had fun with. It was 2 hours long, and the movie is paced pretty well, and I liked what it was going for. And the story is by Quentin Tarantino, and he had a little bit of involvement, I guess, with this project, and that's mainly what I was curious about, because I haven't seen in the movies where Tarantino has only had like a story by or a writing credit like this, or True Romance, or From Dusk Till Dawn, and those ones I haven't seen yet, and I would like to see one day. But this one I thoroughly enjoyed, and the best part of this movie is that it feels like a Tarantino movie from the writing, and I liked what it had to offer, and the performances are pretty good. I liked Woody Harrelson a lot in this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun, and just following these two main characters was fun, and overall it was just a fun movie that had a lot of energy with it, and the characters in this movie are pretty over the top, but that's done intentionally to add to the comedy, and that stuff I thought was well handled, and the comedy itself was pretty funny. I was laughing a decent amount. The third act of this movie was a lot of fun, and there's also a lot of style to the movie, and sometimes that adds to the film. Sometimes I do find it a bit distracting. Like, there's lots of green lighting at points, and sometimes it's in black and white, and that's just something you're going to have to get used to, is that it's constantly changing the style, and I do think it has somewhat of a purpose to it, and I'll have to see the movie again to really figure out what it's actually going for. But I did have some issues with this movie, and my biggest issue with this movie is that the shots are just way too close and tight, and I never really got a good sense of the location we were at any point, and I was always being given this claustrophobic feeling throughout the entire film, and it didn't feel intentional. It felt like that's just how the way things are, and it just felt unintentional and really distracting. I never really got a good sense of what I was supposed to be shown. Like, it was never shown properly for me, and I just found it to be really distracting, and I was just waiting for a wide shot, and eventually I would get one, but there were too few, and this movie I do think is also a bit too long. It could have been an hour and a half for me personally, because I did find things to be really dull in the middle of the film, and there were some stock sound effects at a couple points that didn't really work for me. And that's about all I have to say about Natural Born Killers. There's good stuff in it. I like the performances. I thought Woody Harrelson did a great job, and there's fun scenes in it. It's memorable enough. The dialogue works in the movie, and you can tell that it's a Tarantino movie based on the dialogue alone. But aside from that, there isn't really a whole lot else to it. It's good, it's solid, but it's mostly just the shots being way too close, and I just want some nice looking shots, and there are almost none of them in this movie. And that's really dragging it down for me, is that when I can't really see things properly, and it just gives me so many close shots to the point where it starts to give me a headache, I do think that's a pretty bad thing. So I would recommend it despite all my criticisms, and it's a good movie by the end of the day. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Natural Born Killers a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Natural Born Killers, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Bottle Rocket, Wes Anderson's first feature film. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.